YouTube. Oh, I just flipped my whole hair. Long time no see. Thank you so much for joining me on my channel today. I missed you guys so much. I have so much to tell you guys. But first things first, I want to say a big shout out and a big thank you to the one, the only Aaliyah Jay. This past week I got to meet her at a meet and greet that she had at the NYX store in New York, and she just shared with me some really encouraging words that made me just want to jump back in and get out of my little depressed rut and start making YouTube videos again. So I just want to say thank you so much for that, and because of that I am back. So tonight my fiance and I are going out, and I just really wanted to share this very personal get ready with me video with you guys. If you have any questions about anything that I'm wearing, my hair, my makeup, my nails, whatever, you can always put a comment down in the comment section. That's where the comments go. But otherwise, I'm definitely going to list all of the products that I use. I might even list the hair products. I'm not too sure yet, but I'm going to put them all in the description box below. So if you want to see me go from this to this, please keep on watching.
Okay, so let's just jump right in. So right now my hair is blown out, it's straightened, it's whatever, but I'm going to be putting on a wig, so I'm just being really lazy though. I'm not really trying to braid it up or anything. I'm just sectioning it in 4, as you can see, and I'm going to twist the sides just so that they lay as flat as possible without me having to braid it, because again, this is what I'm gonna call a lazy install. So I'm just gonna twist the sides, pin them to the back, and then when we get to the top, it's gonna get even lazier. I'm just gonna comb it back so that it's flat against my head, and then I'm going to twist the very ends of it so that it lays down flat against the back of my head, and then pin that down as well. I just want to get my hair as flat as possible to go under this wig. We don't want anything sticking up or sticking out or making the wig look like a hat. I also don't wear wig caps because my hair gets really dry, and I always have a problem keeping it moisturized under a wig cap, so I just don't wear them. So this unit is from RPG Show. I can leave all of the information down in the description box. I'm not too sure the name of it or the color, etc. So look down in the description box if you really want to know what wig it is. And if you thought I couldn't get any lazier, we're just gonna bobby pin down the sides. I didn't use any glue or adhesive to keep it down to my head. I don't plan on even wearing this wig tomorrow, but just for tonight, I'm going to put it on, I'm going to pin down the sides so that the flaps don't lift up or anything, and I'll stick the combs in like I am now, and that's going to be it. My fiance brought me some food, like real soul food. Clearly, I couldn't do the video without eating. Anybody that knows me knows I really like to eat, and I eat a lot of what I like. So we're going to go right into the brows. So this is just like a dark brown brow pencil from e.l.f. I'm not really too into brow products, only because I have really unruly eyebrows. You know, like pomades. I don't know really how I feel about pomades or gels. So all I really do is pencil in my eyebrow. Just make sure that the eyebrow is like straight, you know, they're properly lined up, and then also that they're filled in. There's no like missing spaces, because my eyebrows are pretty thick already, and they may be thin like width wise, but I have a lot of hair on my eyebrows. So I just like to fill them in, brush it through, and call it a day. Next, I'm taking my NARS Creamy Concealer. What is it? The Radiant Creamy Concealer. That's in the color Ginger, and I'm just going to use that to line up my eyebrows, carve them out, you know, typical eyebrow stuff. I'm just using, I believe that's like a Kiko brush, just to carve them out, and I'm bringing the concealer down a little bit before I go in with my Crown Beauty concealer brush, or at least I think it's a concealer brush. I use it for concealer. I'm not really sure what it's for, but that's what I use it for. And I'm just going to blend that out underneath my eye. I do usually like to go in with like a lighter color underneath my eyebrow when I'm doing, you know, full glam looks. This way it gives my underbrow my underbrow a more highlighted look. Then I'm just going to take whatever's on the back of my hand, whatever's left, and I'm just going to put that on my lid just to cancel out any color that I have on my lid right now. I'm a little tired, so my eyelids are a little bit darker than normal. So I'm just going to use that concealer just to brighten them up a little bit. Alright, so here comes the fun part. So this is the Desi x Katy Friendcation palette, and I'm going to go right into, I believe that's Necessary, and I'm just going to dust that over my eye. I'm using the ItsmyRayeRaye brushes today. They're actually really, really nice. And then what I'm going to do is, with that same brush and that same shadow, Necessary, I'm going to concentrate that in the crease. So just to build it up a little bit more in the crease. I usually like to put my brush in the color, tap off any excess so I can, you know, avoid any fallout, and then take my time blending the color and building up color on my eyes. Next, I'm going into Churro, and I'm going to put that in my crease as well, but I'm also going to put it towards like the outer corner of my eye as well. Next, I'm going into Chains with this Real Techniques brush, and I'm going to concentrate that on like my outer V. I like to be really careful with darker colors. I just put on a little bit at a time and then build it up, because you put too much on, you got a problem. It'll be really hard to fix. And then I'm going to use my favorite tool, which are my fingers, and I'm going into that pretty champagne glittery shade, and that shade I believe is called Just a Kiss. I've never used this shade with a brush yet. I'm not too sure how it comes out with a brush, but I know it goes on pretty good with my fingers, so that's what we're going to use. Okay, so we're going to come back to that palette. We're going to go into the face. I'm using the Too Faced Hangover primer, and it's squirting all over the place. But I'm just going to put that on my skin. My skin is very dry and it's a little cold outside, so I have to make sure, one, that my face is moisturized, and two, that I prime it with a very moisturizing primer. So this is my favorite primer to use. Next, I'm going in with my NARS foundation. This is in the color Tahoe, I believe. It's the Natural Radiant Longwear Foundation. And of course, a damp Real Technique sponge. I really like the Real Techniques sponge as an alternative to the Beauty Blender because it's a little more affordable, it's cheaper, but it also really does well at blending. Next, I'm going in to highlight my under eyes. I'm using, again, that same NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer in the color Ginger. And I'm going to highlight the usual areas underneath my eyes, down the center of my nose, the very, very tip of my nose, around my cupid's bow, and my chin. And so I'm just blending all of that out, again, with the same sponge. I don't mind doing it with the same sponge that I used my foundation on because it kind of helps to blend the colors together. I don't know if it's just me, but I don't know. Maybe it is just me, but the NARS concealer to me is a little harder to blend out than the LA Girl Pro Conceal. Usually I use the LA Girl Pro Concealer in the color medium beige underneath my eye, and I can usually leave it there for a little while and still come back and blend it out, and it's still, I don't know how to describe it, wet? I don't know. Maybe the NARS concealer dries a little faster, so for me it's a little harder to blend out. Or that, that could just be me. Next, I'm going in with my favorite LA Girl Pro Concealer to contour. That's Chestnut. And I'm going to be using a Real Techniques contour brush. It's seriously my favorite brush to use. It blends things out so easily and very quickly because I'm all about, efficiency. So it's very quick and it doesn't take me long to blend anything out. And I'm okay with blending the product into the hairline, especially of the wig. It helps to blend it a little bit more, with your skin. Look at that. Oh my gosh. Yes. It's just like effortless blending with this brush. Then I'm going to take the side of that same Real Technique sponge and just make sure that there's no harsh lines between my highlight and my contour. And then I'm just going to go underneath my under eyes just to make sure nothing has creased before I bake. So I'm using this little baby sponge and it's dry, and I'm just dipping it into the Nye Banana Powder, and I'm going to only bake underneath my eyes. That's the only, area that I'm worried about creasing. Everything else I'll just set with a regular powder. And we're going to snatch our nose today, so we're going to bring the Nye Banana Powder up on the sides of, up on the sides of the nose, just to make it look a little slimmer. Then I'm going to take my Tarte Smooth Operator Amazonian Clay Tinted Pressed Finishing Powder, that's a lot to say, in the color Light, and I'm just going to dust that over the other areas that I highlighted. Okay, then we're going to go back to the eyes. So I'm going back into that Friendcation palette, and I'm going into Necessary again, and I'm going to just dust that along the lower lash line with another ItsmyRayeRaye brush. Then I'm taking this, it's just like a nude pencil. It's from the drugstore. Might be Maybelline, not too sure. But it's just a nude pencil, and I plan on putting a color in my waterline. So just to make it pop or stand out a little bit, I'm going to line my lower lash line with that nude liner. Andrew's wearing green, I believe. Yeah, he's wearing green today, so I wasn't, and we usually like to match. So I'm just going to put some green in my waterline. So we're going to go into the Subculture palette by Anastasia Beverly Hills, and we're going to go into Destiny, and that's what I'm going to put on top of that nude liner. I like to use the smallest brush that I can find. This is a Real Techniques detailer brush, and it's very tiny, so I don't feel like I'm going to poke myself in the eye with it when I put colors down there. The faces that you have to make in order to get stuff in your waterline is ridiculous. You're required to make those faces, otherwise it's not going to come out good. Okay, then I'm going into Dirty Money, back in the Friendcation palette, and I'm just gonna, I don't know, just dust some of that on the lower lash line too, because why not? Okay, so I'm going to go back into those three lid colors, Necessary, Churro, and Chains, and I'm just going to dust them again along the lower lash line. I kind of like to bring my lower lash line shadows just a little bit down. I have little baggies underneath my eyes, so those usually cover the bags. Okay, we're just going to dust off that Nye Banana Powder, and we're all set. Okay, so I'm going to take from the Fenty Beauty matchsticks. I'm going to contour my nose with it. It's like the perfect shade. It's not too warm and it's not too gray. It's the color mocha, and I'm just going to contour my nose with that. Next, I'm going in with this Wet n Wild Color Icon blush in the color Mellow Wine. It's a pretty like coral blush, and I'm just gonna put it on like blush. And then this is, I'm not even sure what mascara this is. I know it's by e.l.f. and it has a really, really skinny brush. And I really like it because I like to get my lashes individually, so it helps me to do that. So I'm just going to put that on. Then I'm going in with some Kiss lashes. Yes, we're going Walgreens lashes with this. These are in the style, these are in the style Beehive. They're really pretty. And some good old trusty Duo lash glue. I got thirsty. It's apple juice, guys. Alright, now here's where the struggle really is. I haven't put lashes on in I don't know how long. Again, I've been away from YouTube. I haven't really been doing too many makeup looks. So I haven't put lashes on in a minute. So I can't just pop them on like I used to. So, I mean, why not watch the struggle? So I'm going to let you guys, see the struggle. Of course, I'm still eating because it's ridiculous that I'm actually eating before we're about to go out where there's going to be food. I'm telling you, the struggle, man. The struggle is real. Look, I'm frustrated. There you go, girl. You got it. Alright, next we're going to highlight. We're going to go to the Desi x Katy highlighters. I have both, but we're going to use Fuego today. Oh my gosh, this ItsmyRayeRaye highlighter brush is my favorite brush. I don't know why. I think it's like, it's not gigantic. It's fluffy, and it fits right into the areas that I need it to fit. It also picks up product really well. Look, it's glowing so much that my camera can't even figure out the lighting right now. Alright, my favorite setting spray, this is the Urban Decay All Nighter setting spray. And something that I always like to do is not only just spray and then leave it, but I always like to fan it. Not only is it fun, and I have fun fanning myself, but it helps the product to really get into, alright Kenda, it helps the product get into and settle into your face. So we're going to use the Anastasia, this is the lip palette. We're going to make our own colors today. So we're going to go into the yellow that's in that palette and number 8. So number 8's like a light brown, or maybe like a medium brown. And we're going to mix the two because I kind of want like a brown with a yellow undertone. So you're going to mix brown and yellow together. It kind of makes sense. See? And then I just want it to be just a little bit lighter, so it's more of like a nude. So I'm going to add white to that so that it gets a little lighter. Then I'm going to take, again from the Desi x Katy collection, Aftermath, and we're going to do a little bit of lip contouring. My lips are already big, as it is. I have full lips. But I like to do lip contouring because it makes them look a little more like juicier, like a little more pouty. And we're just going to fill it in with that, little creation that we made. I really like the way this combo came out. Now when you do lip contouring, you want to just put the darker color in the places where your lips naturally, like, I don't know, fold or crease. So I have little creases, right, 2 creases on the top lip and 1 right down the center of my bottom lip. Now they look a little more juicy and pouty. Alright, so I'm gonna go and blow dry this hair. I washed it this morning and I usually let it air dry, but I gotta go somewhere now. So it's been air drying all day. So I'm just gonna go finish blow drying it till it's totally dry and change my shirt, and I'm back. I put a couple curls in, and that's really it. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe this video. Of course, if you liked it. If you didn't, then I could see why you wouldn't. But if you did, make sure you like, comment, and please subscribe, and don't forget to share. Thank you so much again for joining me, and I hope to see you soon.